like, subscribe, and leave a comment. So here's your review of AEW Rampage, week commencing June 12th, and Dynamite, week commencing June 12th. But obviously, we get Rampage the week prior because we're in England. So it starts with the Lucha Brothers come out. So it's Lucha Brothers and Bandido versus Lee Moriarty, Big Bill, and Ethan Page. Who do you think is going to win this? The giveaway is that Lee Moriarty's team always lose. So obviously Lee Moriarty's team lost. Bandido got the win, but it was due to distraction from the Hardy Boys. Then we have QTTV coming up. QTTV, basically, they said they've got a plan coming up, and they're going to give everyone's going to see a preview of what Hobbs is going to bring to Collision. So then it was Hobbs versus some guy who Hobbs obviously squashed. Then we had Anderson in the back, calls out Christian Cage and Luchasaurus, and Wardlow seems very confident. He said he's beat down this guy, he's beat down that guy. Now he's coming to face Jake Hager on Dynamite for his title, so we will see what happens. Then we have the Spanish Announcers Project versus the Acclaimed. Yeah, listen. Obviously the Acclaimed won, so that's that. Then we had Jeff Jarrett and Jay Lethal, Karen and Co, Singh, Dudley, all out there. And basically Karen Jarrett then calls out Aubrey, I believe her name is Aubrey Edwards, now I know her name. Then Aubrey comes out and goes, the next time she runs into Karen, she's going to beat her down. Then Mark Briscoe comes out and goes, he got it signed from the head ups that there's going to be a trio match. It's going to be Jay Lethal, Jeff Jarrett and Karen versus Aubrey, Mark and Papa Briscoe. So we will see what happens. Then in the main event of the evening is Britt Baker versus Sky Blue versus Nyla Rose versus Mercedes. The winner faces Toni Storm and Dynamite. Really good match. Go and watch it if you haven't seen it. But in the end, Sky Blue gets the win. Congratulations, Sky Blue. You deserve it. Then it goes on to Dynamite. Dynamite kicks off with a blockbuster match. It's straight into MJF versus Adam Cole. And if Adam Cole wins, he gets a title shot. Really good match. Go and watch. I haven't seen it. Obviously, there was low blows. There was attempted shots with the diamond ring. There was title shots in the head. There was everything. In the end, nobody won because the time expired. It went for 30 minutes. And then Adam Cole says to MJF, let's do 5 more minutes. MJF walked off because he ain't getting paid for that. He ain't doing any extra work. He's gone. So that was quite funny. Then we have the announcement, a promo with CM Punk. Said he's coming back and he's got a lot to get off his chest. So look out for some pipe bombs and Collision. I'll be watching. Then we have Sammy Guevara comes out. He said obviously he's got a child on the way now, baby girl. Congratulations to Sammy. And he said some things need to change now. Now this is situation's changed. Then Darby Allin comes out. He goes, listen, congratulations to Sammy, but he goes, listen, the crowd seems to starting to like you again, Sammy. He goes, are you now going to stand on your own and leave the JS behind, basically? Then Chris Jericho comes out and says if it wasn't for him, Sammy Guevara would be nowhere. He wouldn't have even attempted to be champ. And if Sammy would have called Jericho would have made sure he would have been champ. But then Sammy goes, well, why didn't you call me Jericho? And anyway, Jericho goes, listen, there's a hierarchy and you need to basically apologize to me. And basically, Sammy goes, he ain't apologizing. And then Chris Jericho threatens Darby, and then Sting comes out. And then obviously Chris Jericho backs off. Then we go to another match, Keith Lee, Orange Cassidy, Sting and Darby versus the Embassy in a really entertaining match. Go and watch it. I haven't seen it, but in the end, Sting gets the victory. Then we have the Gun Club in the back calling out the Hardys, saying the Hardys are washed up, so we'll see what happens there. Then we have Wardlow versus Jake Hager for the TNT title. Really good match, quite quick, but in the end, Wardlow won. Then Luchasaurus and Christian Cage said they accept a match against Wardlow at Collision, and also they beat down Arn Anderson as well. Then we have Tanahashi, I believe his name is Tanahashi. He calls out MJF champion versus champion, I believe. But MJF says he doesn't want the match and he's good. Then we have Zach and Danny call out Orange Cassidy for a title shot, so we will see what happens. Then we have our women's AEW championship match where it's Sky Blue versus Toni Storm. Really good match. Go and watch it. I haven't seen it. But in the end, there was interference from Ruby Soho, and Tony got the win. And then they started to beat down Sky Blue, but Willow came down for the save, so we'll see what happens there. Then Jungle Boy and Hook, basically Jungle Boy accepts Satana. Basically, earlier in the show, Santana, that's his name, Satnata. I think that's his name, Sanata. I think that's his name. He's basically put out open challenge to everybody, to anyone who wants it. And then Jungle Boy has accepted the challenge. And also he goes, after that's done, he's going to be back with Hook. I believe there's something going on with Jungle Boy a little bit. He seems to be a bit more confident. I think he's looking to play Hook off a little bit. I don't know. I saw a little bit of change, changing attitude there, shifting attitude there for Jungle Boy. So keep an eye on him. Then in the main event of the evening, it's the Young Bucks versus Young Bucks and Adam Page versus the BCC. Really good match. Go and watch it if you haven't seen it. But in the end, Hangman got the win. But go and watch it. There's a lot of high spots, a lot of power moves. It was a really good match. It's exactly what you expect from these lot facing off against each other. Then when it was finished, who comes out? Who makes the return? Eddie Kingston comes out. He starts attacking Claudio. He starts attacking Utah, but he didn't attack Moxley. Then Moxley started getting attacked by the Young Bucks because obviously they're against them. Then Tonoski comes down, starts beating up everybody. And then I am a battle cry. I don't know if that's how his song goes, but then Kenny Omega returns, starts clearing house, beats everyone down, and then out of nowhere, Kenny Omega gets taken out by Will Ospreay because them two are going to face as well. So that was AEW Rampage and Dynamite. Definitely go and watch it. It was an electric show. Leave a comment and subscribe.